Well, Vanakkam, Vandanam, Namaskara and Namaste. A very warm welcome to our distinguished guests, our federal and state government representatives, our industry and academic partners, our Australian alumni, our colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Costa and I'm the Australian Deputy Consul General based in Chennai. I'm also the chair of the Australian Alumni Grant Scheme Secretariat. It's an honour to welcome you to this very special awards ceremony to celebrate and acknowledge the achievements of our Australian alumni. I'd like to first call on Australia's High Commissioner in India, the Honourable Barry O'Farrell AO, to formally open the session and to introduce the Foreign Minister. Over to you, High Commissioner.
And greetings to our Australian partners joining us, our Indian colleagues, especially our alumni, and I want to thank our excellent hard-working Chennai Post for all their efforts. It's an honour to join you at this virtual awards ceremony, acknowledging the strong contribution our alumni make to the Australia-India bilateral relationship each and every day. In 2020, the Australian Consulate General in Chennai developed an all-India pilot program to support alumni to apply the knowledge and experience gained during their studies in Australia to projects aimed at solving real-world problems across both countries. You can read more about these on Chennai Post's website. Building on the success of the first round, the Australian Alumni Grant Scheme is now an annual program, offering seed funding of up to 11 lakh rupee or 20,000 Australian dollars for alumni initiatives in priority sectors under our elevated comprehensive strategic partnership with India. This year, over 63 high-quality applications arrived from across India, and 87 lakh rupee, or more than $150,000, has been awarded to support 13 alumni-led projects. We're here formally to acknowledge the 2021 recipients, their projects, and to acknowledge their achievements, and we're doing so in the presence of Australia's Foreign Minister. To those who might have been unsuccessful this time, please remember that our diplomatic network and businesses still want to work with you. So please contact your nearest diplomatic mission, whether in New Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai or Calcutta, for more information. Now to our guest. Senator Marise Payne has been a senator for my home state, New South Wales, since 1997. For almost a quarter of a century, she has worked hard representing New South Wales, especially Western Sydney, and the interests of all Australians through various parliamentary committee assignments. As Australia's Minister for Defence, Senator Payne delivered our 2016 Defence White Paper and Defence Industry Policy Statement. As Minister for Foreign Affairs, Senator Payne has led Australia's engagement overseas during a time of heightened strategic competition, enhancing Australia's relationship with countries across the Indo-Pacific, including through the most challenging pandemic of our time. She and her opposite number, Jaishankar, can take full credit for the elevation of the Australia-India relationship to an historic high. Senator Payne is also Minister for Women and is deeply committed to supporting women to achieve their potential, whether in Australia or through our programs funded around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Minister for Women, Senator the Honourable Marise Payne.
Thank you very much, High Commissioner. It's such a pleasure to see you and see Michael Costa and all of our guests here today. I very much appreciate the opportunity to participate, and I want to thank our team in Chennai for helping to facilitate today's event. It's a great honour to be participating in this awards ceremony to celebrate our Australian alumni from India. I hope you're all keeping well during what I know are very challenging pandemic times. Australia has been very pleased to be able to partner with India through your second wave, just as India has supported so many other countries in the region and more broadly. And my very good friend and counterpart, Dr. Jaishankar, and I work together as closely as possible, representative of the Australia-India relationship in so many ways. In fact, despite the challenges of COVID-19, the relationship between Australia and India has gone from strength to strength. Last year, our Prime Ministers, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Morrison, elevated the bilateral relationship to a comprehensive strategic partnership. This reflects a partnership of the highest order based on mutual understanding, trust, common interests and shared values of democracy and the rule of law. We're committed to deepening our defence, our maritime and regional cooperation in support of an open and inclusive Indo-Pacific region. And we've established practical agreements in areas that I know are of interest to some of you, in cyber, in critical technology, in critical minerals, to grow our economic cooperation for a more prosperous shared future, while we also pursue goals under the India Economic Strategy and its counterpart, the Australian Economic Strategy. Importantly, today's ceremony reinforces the importance of the relationship between the Australian and the Indian people, our people-to-people links. The partnership recognises the important role that our diaspora and alumni play in building bilateral ties. You are the living bridge between our two countries. We value the role you play as unofficial ambassadors for Australia's world-class education system. We know that you can also play a crucial role in bringing our countries closer together. As a Senator for Western Sydney, as the High Commissioner said, I'm proud of the indispensable contribution that Australians of Indian descent, Indian migrants and Indian students make to our diverse multicultural nation. And although COVID-19 has created great difficulties in maintaining our connections, I am so pleased that the Australian Alumni Grant Scheme is providing this platform for India-based alumni to put their knowledge and their Australian experience to good use. I know that projects to date have covered a diverse range of areas, and I'm pleased to see that recipients from last year have already had great success and that many are joining us today. Another standout feature from the 2020 round was that many alumni were able to leverage seed funding to secure third-party support, almost doubling the initial Australian government investment. There's a couple of standout projects from 2020. Senior surgical oncologist Dr. Akshay Kapuje, who partnered with Westmead Hospital, Macquarie University and the University of Sydney to conduct critical COVID clinical trials of plasma therapy. I understand the phase 1 trial has shown promising results, with the treatment 90% effective so far. And Ritu David, founder of the Data Duck, Ritu is supporting an app to support the alumni community, an app which will support alumni to network across geographies, disciplines and professions, creating opportunities for professional and personal collaboration. Looking at the successes of the first round, I look forward to seeing what the 2021 recipients will achieve. So I want to extend my sincere personal congratulations to all of you receiving an award today. I want to thank you for the ongoing role that you're playing in strengthening the ties between our two countries. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today. Thank you, High Commissioner. Thank Michael and the team in Chennai, and I look forward to observing our ceremony with great enthusiasm. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those inspiring words, Foreign Minister and also High Commissioner. It's now time to formally award the 2021 recipients of the Australian Alumni Grant Scheme. We'll start with Ms. Lakshmi Pal, who studied a Masters of Environmental Sustainability at Monash University. Congratulations on your project, Indo-Australian Platform on Environmental Education and Research.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you, the Australian government. The grant scheme, first of all, to establish a grant scheme in India like this, I thank all the efforts that's gone into that. And thank you, Minister, and thank you, the High Commissioner, for being here to grant these awards. And my project, it was Indo-Australian, to set up an Indo-Australian collaborative research platform for environmental education and research, which is, as you all know, very important at the time that we are alive on Earth right now. My partners are University of Sydney, La Trobe University, and Surus Environmental Park in Melbourne, Victoria. I very much look forward to setting this platform up, and this is the beginning. So thank you for the seed funding for this. And last not least, the team in Chennai, including Michael, Janaki, Sarah, Andrew. Thank you very much for your efforts to make this happen. Good day.
Thank you very much, Lakshmi. We now have Mr. Vikram Singh. He studied a Master of Built Environments and a Master of Construction Project Management at the University of New South Wales. His project is Indo-Australian Clean Tech Exchange.
Thank you, Michael. I feel honoured and very grateful to the Australian team for choosing me for this round. It's almost like I feel like an ambassador representing Australia and all the alumni here. It's a great feeling. I'm also proud to be an alumni of UNSW Sydney. So my project is going to be looking at very high impact oriented clean tech exchange, kind of a bridge, but not just for the sake of promoting business, but primarily for achieving impact. So things have to happen on the ground. I'm looking forward to partner with some of the leading universities, CSIRO, Austrade, DFAT, and all the other scientific bodies that are available. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Vikram. Now to Ashok Jalagan. He is a graduate diploma of management from the University of Western Sydney. Congratulations on your automated millet finder.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Minister and Honourable High Commissioner. We appreciate and are excited about this opportunity. This year is the UN declared 2023 as a year of millets. This will be the turning point for the global attention to millets. So now it's a time to capitalize on this. Plus, millets are super nutritious, climate smart, and are very important for farmers. This project will use artificial intelligence to identify all the millet products around the world. I want to thank all the partners involved and mention here the Australian partner, University of Queensland, who will help us on how to advise, leverage info, especially with Indian and Australian companies. And thank you for the Chennai Consulate and Michael for doing this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashok. Now, Ms. Tarique Galati has a Master of Integrated Water Management from the University of Queensland. We look forward to your project on benchmarking water-sensitive cities.
I would like to thank the Australian government for providing such a big opportunity to the alumni for bringing Indian and Australian expertise together. This grant will really help us in considerable cross-learning between the countries, which is the aim of this grant. I extend my gratitude to our partners, TERI and CRC for water-sensitive cities, who will be supporting the pilot use of Australian developed water-sensitive cities index benchmarking process in one of the selected Indian cities, which will be conducted by a collaborative and participative approach. The grant success will further inspire index applications in India, and I think it will build some momentum for broader adoption across India as well. And lastly, I would like to thank the team for putting such great effort into this grant and making it a success. Thanks a lot for this opportunity.
Thanks, Tarique. Now a joint project by Professor Devangina Dunker and Professor Simran Binder. They both have Juris Doctors, one from the University of New South Wales, the other from the University of Melbourne. Congratulations on your project on promoting women in leadership, diversity on boards in Australia and India.
On behalf of Jindal Global Law School and the Centre for India-Australia Studies, we thank the Government of Australia for providing support to our project on improving gender representation in corporate governance with a specific focus on sports and infrastructure. Our inspiration for the project comes from observing the lack of opportunities for women in the identified sectors to reach governance roles. The Indian experience highlights women in these sectors at times select alternate career paths in semi-skilled fields to support their family. We intend to raise awareness and conduct a study combining demographic data from both countries with humanistic experiences to examine board appointments. A key outcome of our project is to propose best practices to enhancing gender diversity and vertical mobility of women at an organizational level.
Thank you, Ravana, for the introduction. We aim to use this interactive approach through webinars, roundtables, and interviews to eventually present a white paper on this topic. Towards this, we are greatly assisted by our key partners, the University of Queensland, the Australia-India Business Council, and of course, the Institute for India-Australia Engagement. Thank you so much.
Thank you both for those words. Mr. Anibankumar Palit has studied Master's Biotechnology in Business at Macquarie University. Congratulations on your project supporting women's health in Cervicheck.
Thank you. Thank you, AAGS Committee and the Australian Consulate Office for selecting us. We are honored and privileged for this recognition and support. Our startup, Pragmatic Healthcare, is focusing on challenges of adoption and accessibility of preventive healthcare in India. With our innovation, the Cervicheck self-sampling kit, we are addressing issues of privacy and shame associated with periodic cervical cancer screening, or PAP, among Indian women. Australia has set an example globally by drastically reducing cervical cancer deaths, which we would like to benchmark. I would like to make a special mention to my invitees with whom I'm sharing this honor with, my alma mater at Macquarie University, Dr. Paul Haynes, Ramya, representatives of Incubator, Dr. Badalkar, Dr. Mugdha from Venture Center, Dr. Badalkar from STBI, our collaborators for the clinical study, Dr. Smita Joshi, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, Nilambari, and finally our team at Pragmatic. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Venkakeswaran Palakrishnan has completed a Master of Law at the Australian National University, and your project is STEM Challenge Pilot.
Good morning. First of all, thank you so much for the Australian government for awarding this grant to me. My project STEM Challenge is actually to identify young achievers who are school students in the areas of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and further enhance their capabilities by having interaction with Australian universities and international education institutions, so that they'll be able to choose their appropriate field and gain some further expertise and enhance their capabilities. I thank the Australian government, I thank my friends, relatives, my business associates, partners, and all of the well-wishers who have been part of this to ensure the success of this project. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now to Mr. Parveen Sharma with a Master of Environment Management and Development from ANU. Congratulations on your project, EdTech for Inclusive and Accessible Cities.
Yeah. Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank the Australian government for the AAGS initiative, and I am feeling really honored. I am thankful to the Honourable Minister for Foreign Affairs and Minister for Women for taking out time for and encouraging us, the Australian High Commissioner and Australian Consulate General, and all the staff personnel for continuously supporting the alumni throughout the year and involving us in various initiatives of the High Commission in India. Regarding my project, it is focused with the support of University of Melbourne, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India, National Institute of Urban Affairs, and Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. I am trying to prepare learning modules for promoting inclusive and accessible cities in the country, which should safeguard the rights of persons with disabilities. These modules will be highlighting the key principles of United Nations Convention on Rights for Persons with Disabilities, and persons with disabilities are one of the most marginalized sections in our society. So you want to create a future for all, and persons with disabilities have distinct knowledge and experience, which I want to unlock in the development of various cities. So we will be promoting through these learning modules a barrier-free environment, enabling everybody's equal participation regardless of age, gender, disability, or ethnicity. So once again, I wholeheartedly thank and express my gratitude. Thank you for the honor.
Thank you. Now Ms. Madhavi Shankar, who has a Master of Engineering and an MBA from the University of Technology, Sydney. Congratulations on your project to help students from low-income families through your Space Basic app.
Thank you so much, Michael. What an incredible honor. Australia has been my home for many years, and my startup journey began in Sydney. So when I returned to start my company in Space Basic in 2017, I would have probably never imagined that I would have the opportunity to be here today. But what I've come to learn is that with being an entrepreneur, the possibilities are endless. I'm really excited to connect students and educators in India as well as in Australia with my platform, Space Basic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Rahul Kumar has a Master of Applied Finance from Monash University. Congratulations on your Digital Infrastructure for Development project.
For this grant. Our project will involve setting up digital infrastructure to support over 20,000 people in 3 socially, economically disadvantaged communities in West Bengal. These centers will be powered by our Australian-made, very innovative lithium solar generators, which will make them energy independent. And we will be using virtual reality-based skill training techniques at these centers, which especially for women and girls to kind of support their skill development. Thank you again to Janki, Michael, and the entire Australian High Commission in Chennai for their support and effort with this. Thank you again.
Thank you. Now to Dr. Kriti Misra with a PhD from Monash University. You'll complete a study on economic resilience of women during pandemics.
Thank you, Australian Government, for this award and recognition. I share this honour with my collaborators, Dr. Jagjit Lahe from Monash University, Dr. Sharif Russell from Flinders, and Dr. Anjana Purkayastha from World Vision India. Our project will evaluate social and economic factors as well as infrastructure and policies that might improve outcomes for women and their families in navigating crises such as this pandemic. This grant holds a special place in my heart, as being an Australian alumni is something I'm extremely proud of. I've graduated from University of Queensland and Monash University. So through the skills, the network that I have developed in Australia, I hope to contribute and bring about a positive change in my country. A huge thank you to the Australian High Commission and the team in Chennai for facilitating this entire process. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Now to Dr. Surusanam Putla, who has a postdoctoral research fellowship and an Endeavour Research Fellowship at RMIT. Please tell us about your greener, cleaner energy solutions.
Yeah, thank you. I'm extremely honored to receiving this award from the Australian government, and also thank the Australia Consulate General Chennai for initiating this award. So I'm currently working as a scientist at CSR NCL Pune. I did my Endeavour Research Fellowship at RMIT University since 2014 to 2016. My current project is about how we can convert CO2, which is a greenhouse gas, into methanol, which is a very useful chemical and fuel. I'll be going to work with the University of Queensland for this project. I once again thank the AAGS committee for this opportunity and financial support. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And finally, Jasjit Singh Banga has a Master of Landscape Architecture from RMIT. Congratulations on your Landscape Urbanism for Disaster Risk Reduction project.
Well, thank you, Honourable Minister, High Commissioner, the Australian Consulate and the team members of AAGS for this remarkable opportunity. Firstly, I would like to thank my parents and sister for supporting me at every phase of my life. Well, landscape urbanism for disaster risk reduction wouldn't be possible without Professor John Payne and Dr. Bridget Keane from RMIT University. Thank you very much for your valuable time and guidance. It is an honor to work with, and hence I would dedicate this achievement to you. Our gratitude to my Indian partners, Professor Lawrence Surindra, Anil Heber, Dr. D. Narasimhan from TSP Asia, and many more for their collaboration and support to this project. Last but not the least, I would say a big thanks to my girlfriend Shreya, who actually stood up with me all the time and has spent numerous hours day and night to structure my ideas firstly and then proofread my writing as well. Thank you, everyone.
Some remarkable stories there and some amazing projects. You're all clearly worthy recipients of the AAGS for 2021. Before we have concluding remarks from the Minister, we'll just take one group photo. If everyone can just hold up their plaques, nice big smiles. I'll have my team just take a few quick shots. Won't be more than 10 seconds. Very good. Hold. Okay, thank you very much. we'll go back to our Foreign Minister for any final remarks and insights.
Thank you very much, Michael, and congratulations, everybody. It was so good to hear your feedback and your stories and your descriptions of your passion for the amazing work that you are all doing. Those insights are absolutely inspirational. I have to say, as Australian Minister for Women, it's fabulous to see so many projects, both focused on the empowerment of women and girls, but also involving the fabulous women that I can see in front of me right now. But right across the board, the diversity of the work that you are doing, whether it's agri-tech or ed-tech or clean energy, sustainable environment, gender, women's leadership, STEM, research and innovation, health, social policy, it's such an impressive and diverse set of interests and focuses. I know it will make a huge contribution both to the greater good, but absolutely to the Australian-Indian relationship. I also want to make sure that those of you who are online who are still interested in pursuing further activities, there's a call for applications for the next round, which will be released in December. So be sure to start exploring those project partners across both countries. And to the High Commissioner and to the Consul General in Chennai, thank you again so much. Congratulations, everyone. I wish I could be there in person, but this is a very, very nice way to celebrate your achievements and contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Foreign Minister. You've been so very generous of your time and so supportive of the program. So we're very grateful. Again, congratulations to the winners, and please get in touch with your local diplomatic mission so that you can hear more about our key events and further initiatives to support your great work. So please stay safe and well, and we look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you so much. All the best. Bye-bye. Bye.